So when my son was about 3 years old, he was visiting his grandparents, my parents, at their ranch in Canada. They have about 150 head of cattle, and my mom decided it would be fun to take Jordan out into the pasture, go see the new calves that were had been born, and just go out for the adventure. So they started heading across the pasture, and of course, when you've got 150 head of cattle on a pasture, you get a lot of these things called cow pies, right? And so, of course, a little 3-year-old boy sees these cow pies and he's very interested and wants to get into them. And grandma's like, no, 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 you don't want to get into those. That's a cow pie. And the 3-year-old's like, well, what's a cow pie? And grandma says, well, that's cow poop. Oh, okay. So they're working their way across the field, and grandma's pointing out there's a cow pie, and there's a cow pie. And little Jordan, he just hops over this cow pie, and then he comes to another one, hops over that cow pie. There's this cow pie, and there's that cow pie, and he's just hopping over one and hopping over another. Well, they start working their way to the winter pens, and in the wintertime in Canada, you have to bring all the cattle in because the snow's covering the ground, so you can't have the cattle grazing in the fields. You bring them all in, and you feed them all in one location. And when you bring 150 head of cattle into a tight spot, cow pies become a pile, right? Everything's a cow pie. So you bring these tractors along and you push all of the manure to the end of the pens, and you create this little Mount Manure. Well, when a little 3-year-old sees Mount Manure, what does he want to do? He wants to conquer it. So he just starts running towards Mount Manure as fast as he possibly can. And Grandma, she's like, Jordan, stop! Well, lucky for Grandma, we had been training Jordan to stop on a dime. So we used to play this game with him, go, 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 stop, go, 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 stop. So that when he heard the word, he naturally would just stop. So he comes to this quick stop with Grandma's screech, and he looks around. He's wondering if he's going to get hit by a car, and he's like, what? And Grandma says, that's a cow pie. And he looks at the pile of manure, and he looks back at Grandma, and he looks back at the cow pie, and he says, was that a big cow? I tell this story quite often to help think through a problem leaders typically have when they face new situations. Whenever we come to something new that we've not experienced before, we use all of our experiences and understandings to interpret this new event, to know what to do next. Well, guidance is the practice of consistently seeking the support and partnership of other people. It has elements of submission and accountability. But what it does for us is it moves us beyond our own resources and our limited interpretations, and helps us see things from other vantage points and other perspectives, inviting other people to support and partner with us, serving God and His calling in our lives together.